Well, hey there, this is Rosa Rubio Giota, RCG Kreations. How's it going? Hey, hey, hey. I'm bringing to you today a little gift. This is a little gift bag we're giving away to our church little children in our primary class for Valentine's. We're going to fill it with some little treats, little individually wrapped, because you got to be careful with the COVID. Individually wrapped candy, and no more whole baked goods because we're not allowed to do that. But it's just a little white bag. And then I went ahead and did some die cuts of the little Cupid with the little arrow, and then I just made some little bells because I had these from when I did wreath making, so I had those. And then here's a little pencil. We have a sorted set of pencils, and they're just printed pencils, but they're little Valentine themes. So let's go ahead and get started making the bag. So I am using a steel cut die, and this one is from Tim Holtz Alterations. It says Sizzix, and it's called Love Struck. And this is what all comes in the die. So you can do the heart with the arrow and the little Cupid, but all three of them come out individually. And to save on time, because I want to make this a quick little video, because this is a quick little card, the way you do this, and this you cannot do in a Gemini. I have the big Gemini and you can't use it, so you have to use a different machine to use these steel wool dies because they're so thick. So you use your B plate. Sometimes you need a shim and sometimes you don't, but I already know you do. So I've got a shim is just it's an extra piece of cardstock or paper or whatever it is that you have to get a little bit extra weight in there. Then you put your die cut up right in here. This is foam, but if you push down in here, you'll feel the metal, and that's the cutting blades. Okay, and then I'm gonna get my cardstock, and I just caught this. I did an 8.5 by 11, and I cut it at 6 inches. And then I get my cutting plate. I push it down here so it's nice and level. I'm going to get my cuddle bug. And you push it in. It grabs it. You turn the wheel. I'll move this out of the way. And then there you go. There's a little arrow. I gotta do some more because I think we have 8 children in our classroom. We haven't been to church since February of last year because of the COVID situation. But I still have to give them something for, just to let them know we're there, we're thinking about them, and then I'll put a little scripture message on the inside, along with the other little goodies. And then don't forget with this stuff here. This is a great scrap, so don't throw this part away. You just had to cut it off because it's such a wide area. That's garbage. This is a perfect scrap for anything else that you want to make. So save those, don't throw them away. Okay, and then when you get your bag, make sure you always open it up. Believe me, I know because I did this wrong. And you can see there's a little seam, because these are pre-purchased. They're from the store. So I want the seam to be in the very back. And I know this is the front. So now I know. See, that's the back. And this is the front. So now I'm going to glue. And to do something different, I can always do it this way or this way. You know, it's your choice. And I like to do it so they're not all exactly the same, because I think one of the little kids is a set of twins, so they each have a little bit of individualism. They're not exactly the same, and I don't want to put a whole lot of glue, but I just want to put enough in there so it'll stick. Okay, I definitely want to make sure that everything on the arrow is on there. Good. And it just fits. It's off just a tad. Oh, let me see my original. How far down did I go? Okay. It's kind of like he's walking there. Okay. Just push it down. And of course you can use wet glue or you can use dry adhesive. And on the very back, if you have anything extra, just wipe off with your hand the extra glue, because you don't want it to get stuck on anything. Okay, so that's going to get a little stuck. And then here's my little arrow. And remember, Cupid's shooting an arrow, so we're going to shoot it this way. It's going to be a little bit off, but you know, that's what I'm doing. You work with what you got. And since I'm using little bitty bags, because these children are only 3 years old. And I'm sure they're only going to be interested in the candy part. And probably the visit, because I'm sure most of them are just stuck at home because they're not in school yet. And then so many of them were empty nesters, so I don't know. I don't keep up with all the school stuff because I haven't had to do that for 20 years. We've been empty nesters for that long. Okay. So there's the Cupid and the arrow. And I'm going to punch my little hole for the ribbon on the top. Just going to put it in the center. I don't want it too low, but I don't want it too high either. Okay, let me just center that. And here, this is kind of nice. You can see the center where the fold is at. So you know the center's about right in here. And then you can just line it up. And there's your hole punch. And that's for the ribbon. And then for this part, I'm just going to use my little paper piercer. And I'm just going to mark a little. I'm going to pierce it just on that one layer, not both layers. Because I want the little ribbon. And because this is wire, I have to be careful. So I'm putting in the wire here. Oh, I forgot to do the other hole. You're going to make 2 holes. Where'd I put my little... Oh, there it is. It rolled on me. So make 2 little holes. One of the wires is going to go through this end. Let me just open this up. It's going to make it a bit easier if you just open that up. And then you can look through here. You may not be able to see it in the camera, but the other part of the wire, I'm going to push it through this hole. You do have to finagle with this just a little bit. There you go, see? I put it through. Whoops. Maybe I didn't put it through. Oh, the little wire coating's coming off this thing. So you know what? I'm going to cut this part off. Because I'm going to cut some of this off anyway because it's too long. And I'm just using some little metal wire clips. Okay. You don't want to finagle with this too much, because you don't want this hole to be really big. There it is. And then I'm just going to twist these because this is really flimsy. It's like the same kind of wire that you use on loaves of bread. Cut this around, and just twist this around a few times just so it doesn't come off. And then I'm going to bend it and come back around to the back. And I only need to do this once. Oop, wrong ones. Let me get my wire nippers. And trim as much as you can. And all that's going to get garbaged. And because this is wire, oh, I punched a hole. See, I was maneuvering it too much and I punched a hole. Oh man. I'm going to have to get back. So I'm going to save this. So this extra wire that I had, that's okay. This is still savable. I'm just going to twist these two together and just gonna make myself another one. And I'm just going to twist it all together. That little loose one that broke, that was not supposed to be there. Okay, and you see there's where I twisted it all, so I made myself a new one. Now let me punch it over here, make myself a new hole. Okay, I need to come in and then I need to go back out. Okay, there we go. Got it. Now I just got to remember, don't finagle with this too much. Twist once, twist again, twist again, push this in, grab the two, and I'm just going to go around again because I don't want to tear my bag again. I just don't want the piece of the end of the wire to be exposed to the little one when they grab it, because you know, little kids, I don't want them to get poked. Okay, there we go, and there it is. You hear a little jingling. There he is, and there's a little pencil. And pretend there's candy in here, even though there isn't candy yet, because we're going to go to the store tomorrow and go get the candy. And this ribbon is really stiff. This is, what do they call this? Creative Craft and Floral Ribbons, Chester, New Jersey. This is old. This was in a box of freebie stash at the crop that I went to. It was a whole bunch of freebie, but because this is like, oh, I've had this at least 5-6 years. And as you can see, well, I still have quite a lot left, but it's really, really stiff. See how stiff that is? Let me show you. See, it's really stiff. It's not like regular ribbon. It's flimsy. Then we're just going to tie this, and because they're little kids, I'm not worried about tying a bow or anything. I'm just going to tie it once, and because this is stiff, that's all I need. Now remember, be careful, because this is paper, and it does rip. And then there we go. And there they are. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like, share, and comment, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And then you're all set for a nice little treat for grown up, for anybody. It doesn't have to be for any age. It doesn't make a bit of difference. And you could, of course, decorate it any way you want to. But this is quick and simple and something unique. And you know, add what you want. Because this has little hearts on it, so I could always put a little heart on the back, just to decorate the back of the card. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Because that's what's nice when you're doing little craft projects like this. It's quick and simple. And I'm just, because of the COVID situation, I'm not going inside their home. I'm just going to call mom or dad, whoever picks up the phone, and let them know that we have something for their child. Give them their child's name. Because a lot of these parents have 3 or 4 kids. So I'm going to just hold that, make sure that glue adheres there. Okay. And then let me do the same thing for this one. So I used all of the pieces that came from that same cut. I didn't waste anything. This one I'm going to put a little bit further down. Just because I can, because I want to. Hold that down. Let that glue stick. Open up the bottom of the card. I'm using my pencil because I want this to stay. I want it there. There we go. I'm just using a pencil to hold it in because I want to make sure the whole thing attaches. And there we go. So there's the front. And there's the back. And I'll probably just put on there from the Geodas. And then there they have it. Because if they're not there, I'm just going to let them know. I'm going to send them a text that I'm just going to do a drawer porch drop off. And just drop it off on our front porch. Alrighty, we're good. We're set to go. Now we're good at the end of the video. Thank you so very much for watching. You have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.